Greetings. I am Taven of a mind transformed okay, all right, one more time. Greetings. I am Taven of a mind transformed okay. Listen, when I say the mind transformed, that's when you pop up. I told you we were filming. You see, I'm holding the phone. We were about to film. Right? Greetings. I am Taven of a mind transformed, and this is Manna for your journey. Have you ever heard someone say that if I need advice, I go to a particular person, or only these people can give me advice, only these people can pour into my life, or speak into my life, or provide me with direction? It's as if they've had their perfect cabal of people or that perfect individual and they don't need anybody else. And it could be because that person has supplanted themselves, cemented themselves in that person's life because the advice that they've given, the words that they've spoken over them, the prophecy or the direction has come to pass or it worked out. And it seems like this person has never missed. They've been correct every time, always steered them in the right direction, put them on the right path to wherever they needed to go. And because of that track record of success, that person has said, that's all I need. Well, the problem with that is, even if you have a small number of people with whom you are willing to listen, you limit the information that you can get. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 9 says, we know in part and we prophesy in part. Even the best prophet only has a part. That person that's giving you advice can't give you the whole thing. They only have a part. We won't get the full picture of anything until we're in heaven resting with God for all eternity. Then we'll get all of the knowledge and all the information. But until then, God reveals to individuals a part. People can only share with you. People that operate in integrity aren't going to make it up and they aren't going to lie to you. They can only give you the part they have. This is why some people have been frustrated in seasons in their lives when they go to speak to certain spiritual advisors or people in positions that they think should have a word for them or something to say, and that person doesn't, or that word is so small it didn't even feed the person. Then they get frustrated because they see that same individual go prophesy greatly in someone else's life. I struggled with that as well until God revealed to me they only have a part. God had to let me know that they only have a part and they can't say something to a person, to us, that God didn't give them. They have enough integrity not to do so. So, how then can we ensure that we're only not just going to get these parts, these small pieces of it, but we can start working towards getting the full picture? Proverbs 11 and Proverbs 15 help us out with that. Both of those have a scripture that says something to the effect of there is safety and an abundance of counsel. Proverbs 15 says plans succeed when you have a multitude of advisors. Basically, the way that is commonly people have heard it is there's wisdom in a multitude of counsel. The more that we're willing to pursue hearing from God, regardless of the source, the more information that we can get when we make decisions, the more information that we can get about our destiny, the more information that we can get about where the plans that God has for our lives. But when we limit the people who can speak to our lives, who can say things to us, they can only give us the part they have. And that part could be a bigger part than someone else, but it's still a part. Basically, it's the equivalent of buying a 100-piece puzzle, putting together 40 of the pieces, standing back, smiling, patting ourselves on the back and saying, great job, it's done, and walking away. Someone else would look at that and be like, you're not even half done. You can barely tell what it is. In going into 2024, towards the end of 2023, it's not about expanding your circle or changing your circle. It's about being open to be willing to hear from God regardless of the source. When we pursue hearing from God, God then can operate as He does and use anybody He chooses to pour into our life. There are people who are still living less than, still settling, still living in the previous season because they refuse to pursue the voice of God, and they only are going to pursue the voice of certain people because those are the only people that can pour into their life. Let God be God and decide who he's going to use. There is safety in a multitude of counsel. Don't get stuck with just parts of something. Work towards getting the whole picture by using the safety in a multitude of counsel. Well, that's all I have for you today. Again, I am Taven of a Mind Transformed. Be blessed.